Yeah, okay, just hang on, Mr. Mosu. Let me get Mr. Ojogbane Johnson Magu, who is the special assistant to the EFCC chairman. He's also a lawyer. He joins us on the line this morning. Good morning, and thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
We just heard Mr. Womosu speaking there about his impression of the ongoing trial. So let me ask, is it that it doesn't matter his health status, the trial must continue because he says the judge having an opinion on a professional matter, he thinks there's something wrong with it? Mr. Jugwanig, are you there? Can you hear me?
Mr. Chamberlain, good morning. I'm here, yes.
Okay, good. I'd just like to find out from you, from the submissions of Mr. Mosu, he gives the impression that it looks as though he's going to be prosecuted at all costs.
Mr. Chamberlain.
Go ahead, we can hear you.
Okay, let me start by saying this. Nigerians are witnesses to what has transpired in the last 1 year plus of this trial. And what is obvious to everybody is what has always happened in Nigeria legal system, where lawyers will do everything practically possible to frustrate a criminal trial. Let me say that, but for the introduction of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act, which has effectively dealt with the issue of unnecessary adjournments and most time antic of us lawyers, this case will never have moved anywhere. This is we all can see this. It is not obvious to us lawyers, even judges or Nigerians, that this is just a drama that is going on. That's what is obvious to everyone. We don't need a soothsayer to tell us that what's going on in this case is a drama. And what happened yesterday? That the man fell down and the lawyer withdrew from the case. Of course, the lawyer has whatever right he has to withdraw from a case at every time. That's not an issue for even discussion. We all know that. But the judge, before whom the lawyer appears, has a discretion to listen to the reasons why a lawyer is withdrawing from a case in which he is presiding upon. And the system gives a wide discretionary power for a judge to decide on any application brought before it by a lawyer. So the judge refusing to take the application yesterday and said, you cannot withdraw. It's not to say that he's saying that this trial must go on at all costs. It's not about at all costs. So we're all witnesses to what has happened in our country over the years, and we're witnesses to what is happening now. This case, we should have ended by now. Everybody knows that the defense is now on their 11th witness. If there's anybody causing delays in this case, it's the defense that has been doing all manner of things. Mr. Chamberlain, you are aware that several applications have been made, other than the issue of e-health. Several applications have been brought before this court over why Mr. Metuh should not continue to stand this trial. And some of them are gone on appeal. And some of them, the court has referred back the case to the trial court to continue the process. So what we witnessed yesterday is another of those dramas that have been going on. It's not something for anybody to even say. It's what is happening. The judge has a discretion to know what is happening in his court. The information the judge has, you and I were not in. Most of us were not in court yesterday. We saw it on television like everybody else. The prosecutor was in court. The judge was there. The defense lawyers were there. Everybody saw what happened. So if the judge decides to say he wants to continue with the trial within the court where he's presiding, the court is not saying I must try this man at all costs. He's saying I want to continue the proceeding because I see reason to believe that this case can go on.
Mr. Johnson.
I think that's what's happening in my view.
Mr. Johnson, if I may just come in here, because you have said that this is just drama that is being played out. What information or what intelligence are you relying on to suggest that Mr. Metuh is just pretending? Did you get my question? I'm just asking you that, can you hear me?
I'm hearing you.
I'm just asking you that you said in your submission that Mr. Metuh is just pretending. What information or what intelligence are you relying on, or what proofs are you relying on to suggest that Mr. Metuh is just pretending?
The EFCC is an institution responsible for the And when a case of this nature starts, every time there's a complaint, we have on good authority that from day one, this case has been programmed by those who have vested interest in the outcome of this case to say that this case will not go on. We have on good authority, and we have all intelligence round the clock. The package of this case is a test case. It's a test case that will reinforce the anti-corruption position of this government. If this case is allowed to go on and is decided, either way, it will have a serious impact on all other matters before the court along the same line, along the same facts of this case. There is no gainsaying, there's no doubt in my mind and in the mind of us legal team in the EFCC that this is a trial that others have told themselves will not go on. And whatever antics that comes in is just playing out the script right from the start. If you go back to the history of this case, go back to what started happening on the first day of this trial, before the issue of e-health even came in, before anybody fell sick, before anybody fell down. You need to hear, you need to see what has gone on. So it's just the same pattern. As of yesterday, the judge who's sitting over this case said he wants to go on. No, but none of us can sit back and start saying the case cannot go on, because the judge is the one seeing it. For instance, in the legal system that we practice, the trial court sees the demeanor of the defendant. They see the evidence that comes in. They are the one who are looking at what is happening. Whatever decision they take, we should give them the benefit of the doubt. The judge is a human being. He knows he's not living in a vacuum. He knows what has happened in his trial. So if he decides to say, I want to continue with this trial because I know this case can continue, we shouldn't sit back and say he cannot do that he cannot do his matter. His matter has been assigned to him. So what
Mr. Johnson, can you hear me? I'm just trying to get the question across to you. And my question, as I did ask you earlier, about that intelligence you say that you have. What is that intelligence that you are relying on that suggests to you and to the public and people listening now that Mr. Metuh is indeed pretending?
Mr. Chamberlain, the complainant in this case is a law enforcement agency. I'm not going to sit down on public television and start telling you the sources of our intelligence. But what I've said is that we have seen, it's obvious to everyone. We don't need anybody to tell us that this case going forward is being planned not to go forward by those who have their vested interest in it. And the judge knows this. The judge looking at the facts of his own environment, he's sitting in the court. He's the one who sees all the evidence that come in and all that's happening in his court. And he feels the case should go on. Why can't he allow him to go on? I'm not adverse to the examiner. To the defendant saying he doesn't want to continue with his case. He can say so. And the prosecutor is there. Everybody has been seeing this case. So it's not on national television I'm going to say, okay, this is all of intelligence. But I know as a matter of fact that this is the point where this case is. This case is being programmed, planned, prepared not to continue. And Nigerians shouldn't, the court, the lawyers, our system shouldn't allow this process to continue. Let's give this anti-corruption a shot. Let's take it to the conclusion. Let's find the truth. Let's know what is happening. We can't.
All right, Mr. Jugbene, just a minute, if I could just come in.